sort of pick up where I left off, because I think, one of the problems, as I see it, is that the inability of Congress to actually designate within the budget certain projects has led to this a convoluted process which gives way too much power to the executive. And so, just going back, because I go back to Port Everglades again, which is, we spent all this time, and then this committee talked about it, and the Corps did a chief's report, and now it's going to get stuck in another process. But I want to give you another example. In 1996, back in my area, in Palm Beach County, there was an agreement with the Corps. Well, actually, in 1996, in the water bill, then there was authorized the Corps to pay 100% of the construction costs of a sand transfer plant. And the agreement with Palm Beach County was that the county would then pay for the maintenance. And the maintenance of the sand transfer plant would actually save the Corps anywhere from $2 to $5 million every couple of years. They wouldn't have to dredge that area. So the cost of the plant was about $4 million, and the maintenance is about $300,000 a year. And that is a great deal for the Corps because the Corps saves a lot of money. But it's even a better deal because the Corps never paid for the construction. The county paid for the construction. So the county paid $4 million for the construction, and the county's maintaining it, excuse me, saving the Corps, I estimated, anywhere from $30 to $50 million in the last 20 years. Now, the county, what is the county's options to get the money back? Can they sue the Corps? Can they, or they have to go through a complicated modification? Can Congress fix it? Well, if we had the ability to designate projects, we could fix it. And now this just seems very complicated. So here's my question. And I want to make it more generic, if there is a way for the Corps to save money, for example, in this case, the dredging in order to maintain a channel, if there is a way for the Corps to save money with a different method other than dredging, shouldn't the Corps be allowed to pay for that?
Ma'am, I don't have the answer to that question. I'm sorry. Generally speaking, without going back, I'd have to go back and get more specifics on that project and what type of agreement was signed, whether it was a contributed funds, accelerated funds, advanced funds, or what have you. Those are the only ones that I'm aware of that we use with non-federal sponsors to address funding shortfalls in the federal appropriation that allows work to go forward. As it pertains to, this particular project, I don't have an answer, but I will try to answer that to the best of our ability with you after the hearing.
Okay. Thank you very much. And Mr. Gibbs, I would just, again, urge us to try to figure out, I'm going back to my other point on this cost-benefit analysis, to try to figure out a solution to this, because Port Everglades will not be the only project that's going to run into that. If the Army Corps is using a different cost-benefit analysis than OMB, I mean, they are spending I went to the review process that you have, where they put 40 people around the room, and I listened to how many different components of your Corps, how many different people were involved, and how many years of analysis. And it seems to me it's like a totally wasted deal if the OMB can just put the kibosh on it. It's crazy. All right. That's enough for me. I yield back.
Mr. Babbitt.